My name is Meredith Oakes. I'm the Vice President of Learning and Performance at the Bank of New York Mellon. At the Bank of New York Mellon, I'm responsible for executive leadership development across the company. We have about 9,000 managers globally, and my team and I focus specifically on the top leaders within the company, developing them and coaching them to be great leaders. I'm also responsible for performance management across the company, so for our 50,000 plus employees, I drive all of the processes associated with goal setting and strategic alignment, with upward feedback to our managers, with mid-year and year-end performance reviews and ongoing performance discussions and coaching.
She is very dedicated to service, and that always stood out. And one day she approached me and asked me, would you be my mentor? And I was thrilled. And honestly, I think in the mentor relationship, I learned as much from Meredith as she ever did from me.
I think like many others early in my career, perhaps I wasn't the best at balancing work and personal life and community. And it's taken time and practice, and I would say I'm a big advocate of mindfulness now, which is just being present in the moment. I think with today's distractions and technology, many of us try to multitask constantly. And what I've learned is to focus on the task at hand in the moment at hand.
We had so many conversations in the early days when it is very challenging for a young woman to start out. And I think we talked a lot about how you can do it, but you have to make choices. You can have it all, but you can't have everything. And you've got to choose where you're spending your time. You've got to choose where you're focused.
That's been, I think, one trick of the trade for me, is to stay really focused on what I'm doing rather than try to do everything all at the same time. There are a lot of people who tell you you can't possibly do it all, you have to make choices. And my advice would be quite the opposite, that you can do it all, you just have to determine where to spend your time and focus. Recognize that that may need to ebb and flow over time, and pay attention to where you're spending your time and efforts, and it'll all work out in the long run.
I think Meredith was selected as a woman of excellence because she's a great role model for all women. She is successful in her career. She is a devoted and excellent mother and a contributing member of her community. Again, I think she has found a way to really balance it all and to achieve at all levels of her life.